welcome back. Oh gosh, it's so good to be back. Let me just make sure everything's coming in okay. Hold on one second for me, okay, guys? Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Awesome. Welcome back, you guys. Let me just tap that screen so we can make sure that video quality can come in a little better. I want to make sure you guys are getting the best visual possible. Hopefully that worked out. Let's just take a check right here. Maybe it'll start to focus in on me. If one of you guys can give me a thumbs up or a high five or something real quick here so I know everything's working good. Let's see. Well, okay. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Welcome back. It's so good to be back. I really appreciate you guys showing up and joining me on the mat today. Hopefully you brought a bottled water. Maybe you have a book that you're using for your prop. Grab a belt, grab a strap, grab a hand towel. I didn't grab a hand towel. I guess we're going to just sweat together today. So everybody just come down to your mat, grab your props, come settle in. Hopefully y'all can hear me today. Hopefully y'all can see me clearly and we can flow together. I'm so excited. So we want to start today in our Utthita Balasana. So this is going to be our extended child's pose. So you're going to come to the back of your mat and bring your big toes to touch. Let your knees go wide to the edges of the mat. If you're just coming in, it's okay. We're going to be here for a few breaths. I'll instruct again. I just want you to settle in with the hips wide. If this is really uncomfortable for you to have the hips wide, you can always bring those thighs right up against each other here. Either way, we're going to bring that belly down. Maybe you round it over those thighs in that traditional child's pose. Or if you're moving into this extended child's pose, walk the hands out, bring that belly in between the thighs, and draw your forehead into the mat. Start to breathe. Begin to find that breath. Good. If you're just settling in, bring the big toes to touch. Let the knees go wide. Sink those hips to the heels. Walk that belly in between the thighs. Good. Start to breathe in and out through that nose. Good. Maybe while you're here, you use the pressure of the palms to push the hips down to the heels a little bit farther. Good. Just keep breathing here. I'm just going to check our status real quick. Make sure everything's going good. Nice. Very good, guys. Just breathe. If you're in that traditional child's pose, you're rounding those shoulders over the knees here. Stacking that belly over onto those thighs, and the forehead is still pressing into the mat. We're working to get that forehead into the mat. We're working to round that belly out. Good. Keeping that third eye in place here. I want you to think of an intention. Set an intention for your class. Maybe you just want to stretch it out. Maybe you want to find some balance. I like to use really positive statements like I am, I have, I do. Just follow it up with whatever phrase you're looking for. Good, nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Maybe walk those hands out a little bit farther and press the palms in, shifting the hips to the heels a little bit farther. Nice, conscious, deep breaths in and out through that nose. This is the breath that you're going to use through our entire practice today. Good. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel. I'm a true hot yoga instructor. We're hoping to get back into that hot room soon, but until then, it is such an honor to be here with you guys, to guide you through your practice at home. From my home to yours, I'm really honoring sharing my space with you guys. It's such a blessing that we get this opportunity to share this time together. Good. Keep that third eye into the mat. Maybe you want to rock it side to side for just a moment, massaging through that third eye. Good. Maybe your feet are starting to scream. Maybe your legs are starting to scream. Just use your breath. Inhale deeply and send that fresh oxygen to those places that might be screaming. Just a couple more breaths here. Come back to that statement. I am, I have, I do. Good. Stop the rocking of the head. Pressing down through that third eye just a little bit further. And then start to walk the hands to frame the face and slowly peel that body up. Hi, welcome back. Bring the knees together if they're not already. Stack head over heart and heart over pelvis for just a moment. Good. Now shift that body weight forward, coming onto your all fours position here. So make sure that you're stacking the knees underneath the hip points. Extend those shins long. Allow the tops of the feet to meet the mat as much as they can and begin pressing down through those shins. Good. You're going to look between the palms here. Spread the fingers wide. Make sure that you're stacking this wrist right underneath the shoulder, okay? It might be farther or shorter than you imagine. Just take a look at where you're at. We want to start working the eyes of the elbows towards the front of that mat so we can have a nice bend in the elbows here that come towards the body. Now, think about squaring up through the hips and extending that tailbone long. Press down through the tops of the feet and extend your crown long. Good. Smile. Nice. On your next inhale, drop that belly and begin to look up towards the sky. Micro bend in the elbows. Good. Really arching that spine, looking up towards that sky. Maybe you still have that smile on your face. If not, bring it there. Release the tension from your face. Good. Exhale, round and curl. Draw that belly button up into the spine. Press down through the shins behind you. Press the hips forward towards the elbows. They're not going to ever touch, but it's just that movement, that pressing forward. Good. Inhale. Drop the belly. Look up. Good. Exhale. Round and curl. Tuck that chin into the chest. Squeeze. Inhale. Drop the belly. Look up. Last time. Exhale. Round it out. Really arch that spine like a mad kitty on Halloween. Squeeze that belly button in. Press the palms in. Micro bend in the elbows still here. We're not locking out. Good. Inhale. Come back to neutral. Look down between your thumbs. Smile. Curl onto the toes and lift the hips. Our first downward facing dog. Let it hang heavy here. Start pedaling out through those feet. Good. Press down through the hands here. Lift those hips to the sky. Now walk the hands out about one hand length and then shift that body weight forward. Come into plank. Good. Hold here and extend those heels back. Really reach the heels towards that back wall. Bring the belly button up to the spine and draw the spine back down towards the belly button. Good. Micro bend in the elbows. Eyes of the elbows are facing forward. Your body should start to shake. Good. Inhale. Lift those hips to the sky. We're back in downward dog. Don't move the feet. Don't move the hands. If the heels aren't touching here, that's okay. We want to be able to have a nice fluid movement forward into plank and shifting back into our downward facing dog. Good. Stay here in downward dog. Shake the head no, maybe. If you do, nod it yes to follow. Always ending on that positive note, you guys. Good. Nice work. Inhale. Reach the right leg up. Exhale. Shift it all the way up and through into your long lunge. Good. Shift the body weight forward. Left leg meets the right. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Nice work, you guys. Let it hang heavy here. Maybe grab for opposite elbows. Keep a micro bend in the knees to keep those legs active. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhales give us that opportunity to fold a little deeper. Good. Inhale. Come on up. Trace that line up the front of those legs. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come back and down. Head is last to rise. Reach the arms up. And then exhale with a slight back bend. Micro bend in the knees. Let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center in prayer. Close your eyes. Find your balance. Try not to fidget. And just breathe. Lift up through your toes and start grounding through the toes, starting with the pinky toe, one toe at a time, working all the way till you get to that big toe or whichever's your last toe there. No judgments if you have less than 10 toes. We're all unique. Good. Smile. Open your eyes. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Come on down. Good. Bend at the knees. Step the right foot back. Coming into that long lunge. Nice. Square up through the hips. Imagine you're placing a block right here. Obviously, it's hard to do, so we're not going to do that. But imagine you're squeezing that block in between those inner thighs. Drawing the right hip forward and the left hip back. Nice. Bring the hands to the hips. Slowly peel that body up. Good. Now I want you to bend your right knee and then straighten it up. See how that sits your foundation down a little farther? Good. Lifting up. Think about stacking your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. Ooh, I lost my balance by looking over. Nice. Drop down to the right knee. Frame up through the knees here. Square up through the hips. Draw the right hip back and the left hip, left hip back and the right hip forward. Squeeze those inner thighs together again. Imagine that sensation of squeezing here. Nice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Swan dive down. Frame through the foot. Curl back onto the toes. Step it back. Plank. Holding here or moving through your vinyasa flow. You can always drop down to the knees here. Press through the tops of the feet. Keep that extension from the crown of the head. Shift the body weight forward. Come down halfway and then push up. If you're new to the practice, I recommend dropping down to your knees. It gives you about half the body weight to have to push up with your push-ups. Once you get to that point where it's not enough, then you kick up, okay? Moving through Cobra or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Everybody needs Downward Facing Dog. Nice work. Left leg lifts all the way up and through. Long lunge. Shift it forward. Right leg comes to meet the left. Uttanasana. Nice. Let it hang heavy. Breathe. Maybe grabbing for opposite elbows here if you choose. Each exhale gives us that opportunity to fold a little deeper. Good. On your next inhale, slowly begin to roll it up. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come back and down. Head lifts. Reach the arms up to the sky. Keep your tailbone tucked as you exhale. Let go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Come on down. Flat spine. Press the sides of the room away. Hands come down. Step the left foot back this time. Nice. Square up through the hips. Squeeze those inner thighs. Hands come to the hips. Peel the body up. Nice, you guys. We're finding our balance here. Finding our stability. Maybe bend that left knee so you can feel your center here and then kick it back. Kick that heel back. Straighten up that leg. Thinking about stacking that head over heart and heart over pelvis, you guys. Squeeze those inner thighs. Nice. Drop down to the left knee. Square up. Release that toe. Reach up. Good. Windmill it down. Frame the foot. Kick it back. Plank. Move through that vinyasa flow, shifting it forward, moving through that chaturanga push-up into your Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog, meeting in downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Shaking the head no. And then nodding it yes, creating a little smile on your lips. Release the tongue. Release that tongue from the roof of your mouth. Nice work. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bring it all the way up and through. Coming back into that long lunge. Drop down to the left knee. Hands come to the hips. We peel on up again. Moving into a little Deva Namaskar. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Release through that left toe. Draw the hands together in prayer and interlace just the thumbs. Draw those thumbs back behind you. Shoulders come down and away. Smile, look forward. And drop the chin into the chest. Imagine that block between the thighs once more. Squeeze as you round it out, bringing the forehead into the knee and the chin into the chest. Framing through the foot here for stability if you need. Otherwise, you're squeezing those inner thighs. Everybody's squeezing the inner thighs, and you're reaching those hands out in prayer. Holding here, breathing. Use that foundation behind you, really pressing through that shin. Squeezing the belly button into the spine. Your sweat should start to form here. Good. If you're framing through that foot on the next inhale, draw the hands back together in prayer. Interlace the thumbs. Keep the biceps by the ears. Use your inhale to come on up. Reach for the sky. Kneeling salute to the gods on this right side. Windmill the hands down. Frame the foot. Step it back. Plank. Move through that vinyasa flow of your choice. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Pedal it out. It sure is getting hot here in New Mexico, one of our hottest days this week. And I forgot to turn the air conditioner on. Hopefully you all are sweating it out at home. Inhale, lift that left leg up and draw it up and through, moving into that long lunge. Nice. Drop down to the right knee, release through the toes. Square up through the hips. Inhale, reach up. Nice. Once again, thinking about stacking head over heart and heart over pelvis, guys. Holding, lifting here, reaching up to the sky. Interlace those fingers, Bring the palms together and interlace just the thumbs. Now switch thumbs. Put the other one on top. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs. Good. Smile. Drop your chin into your chest. Hold. I know you know where we're going, but we're not going there yet. Nice. Belly button into the spine. Rounded curl. Bring the forehead into the knee and the chin tight into the chest. Frame through the foot for stability here. Pressing down through that right shin behind you for stability. Really tucking that belly button, tucking up through that pelvic floor. Squeezing everything together here. The sweat should start to drip. Your body should start to shake in on your next inhale. Draw your hands together. Keep the biceps by the ears. Keep that forehead into the knee for just a moment. And then inhale. Use your core. Peel that body up. Nice. Yielding that sword here on the left side. Windmill those hands down. Frame that foot. Curl onto the toes. Step it back. Move through that vinyasa flow of your choice. You can also just meet us all in downward facing dog. Good, nice. Shifting it back, maybe pedaling it out here. Maybe shake the head no. And then nod it yes. Nice work, you guys. Good job. Drop down to the knees. Separate them hips distance. Everyone, separate hip distance this time. Bring those big toes to touch. Shift that weight back down to the heels. Sink the hips to the heels. And first, I want you to stack, okay? So stack head over heart and heart over pelvis. Maybe even sink it back a little bit. Really tuck through that pelvic floor. Make sure the knees are out wide and those big toes are still touching behind you. Good. Now keep that lift in the belly as you start to walk it forward. Now maybe you only come right here and that's like, I'm done. Grab a pillow. Maybe you put that pillow right here and lay over it if your belly won't touch yet. Maybe you try and use a block if you're just right there, but not quite there, okay? Otherwise, we're really walking it in between here. And we're holding. Bring the forehead back into the mat. Good, you guys. Maybe you want to rock it side to side here. Breathe. Maybe you want to move into a nice shoulder stretch today. Maybe you walk those hands out a little bit farther towards the top of your mat, really gripping through the mat. Now, before you bend, I want you to push the palms into the mat and push those hips down to the heels as far as you can. Good. Now bring the biceps really close to the ears. Bring the palms together in prayer. You should already start to feel this stretch here. Now, bend the elbows. Keep the elbows into the mat and create a little shark fin over the back of your neck. Nice. Feel the increased shoulder stretch here. Now, keep the forehead grounded here. If you do not have the shark fin, if you went sans shark fin here, go ahead and rock that forehead side to side if you'd like. If you're in that shark fin, keep your forehead into the mat. If you're in that shark fin and you're not feeling anything, maybe you need to walk the elbows up a little higher, bringing the biceps closer to the ears, and then press through the palms. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose, you guys. Slow your breath if your heart is racing or if your breath is really fast. Slow it down. Tell it, slow down. Good. Last little breath here. If you're in that shark fin, release the hands into the mat and then walk the arms out so they're in line with your shoulders. Everybody rock that forehead side to side once or twice. Just massage through that third eye. And then slowly start to walk it on up. Nice work, you guys. Good job today. I know I'm dripping already, so hopefully you guys are getting a little sweat out of this as well. So what we want to do now is, let's see, where was I going to go with this? You know what? Let's move into a downward dog. So come back onto your hands and knees for just a moment. Curl onto the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Pedaling it out for one more moment here. Good job. Now let's walk the hands back to meet the feet. Start to roll your body up. Come on up, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Reach those arms up to the sky. And then exhale, slight back bend. Let it go. Good. Nice work, you guys. Draw the hands to heart center in prayer. And then release the hands down by your side. Mountain pose. Samasthatihiti. Good. Maybe you close your eyes here. Maybe you just find a focal point out in front. And just breathe. Maybe you smile here, releasing the tension from your face. Resisting that urge to fidget, resisting that urge to move. Good. If you aren't smiling already, go ahead and smile. Release that tension from the face. Open the eyes. Inhale. Reach those arms up. Exhale. Slight back bend. Nice work, you guys. Inhale up. Exhale. Let's swan dive forward. Now, I want you to separate the feet hips distance. Now, the way that you can measure your hips distance always is by taking your fists, place them side by side, and then press them into the mat, and then squeeze the feet around the fists. Good. Micro bend in the knees as you exhale and release the head down. Good. On your next inhale, lift up through the soles of the feet and place your palms face up right underneath those feet. Allow the feet to come back down and allow the toes to just kiss those wrist creases. Good. Allow this forward fold to go a little deeper here. Padahastasana. Hand to foot pose. Good. Keep that breath. Inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Nice. If your legs are already straight like mine are, instead of leaving the arms all sloppy, what we want to do is start to bend the elbows towards the sides of the room. And this is going to help us lengthen our forehead closer towards the shins, bringing our head closer to the ground. Good. Now I want you to keep your eyes open on this pose. This pose is about letting go of our past. So look between your legs back there on that wall behind you. Do you see your past back there? I want you to see it. Really visualize it back there. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Fold a little deeper and say to yourself, I choose to release my past as I move forward in confidence and with grace. Inhaling deeply, exhaling a little deeper, and shift the body weight ever so slightly into the balls of the feet. Don't lift the heels. I don't want you to topple over, but I want you to signify that movement moving forward in life. Good. Press down through the ball of the foot just a little bit more. Maybe tickle the wrist with the toes. Good. Exhale, release the hands. Heel toe those feet back together. Slow rise up. Come on up. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come back and down and away. Head is always last to rise. We reach up for the sky, and then with a slight back bend, we let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Close your eyes and breathe. Nice. Good work, you guys. Okay, we're going to move into a little warrior series now. So open your eyes and smile. Say to yourself, I am a strong warrior. Keep that smile on your face as you reach the arms up into the sky. Keep the tailbone tucked as you exhale. Let it go. Nice. Reach up. Swan dive down. Walk those hands out. Come into plank. Good. Shift that body weight forward. Drop the tailbone down to meet the spine. Bring that belly button back up. Eyes of the elbows face forward. We spread those fingers wide. Make sure that the shoulders are over the wrists. And then extend the heels out long. Finding ourselves in that plank once more. Holding here. Lighting a fire in our core. We can help this by creating a shh sound. So when you're ready, make your shh sound on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Feel that core activation right here, guys. Light it up. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Good. Drop down to the knees. Separate them wide. Moving into that Utthita Balasana once more. Knees wide, toes touch. Bring the belly in between the thighs, forehead into the mat. 2 breaths. Good. Press the hands into the mat. Extend the hips out long. Good. Exhale. Shift that body weight forward. Come onto all fours. Walk the hands out, 1 hand length. Curl onto the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Nice work. Inhale. Right leg lifts. Exhale. Shift it all the way up and through. Drop it into your long lunge. Now, guys, if you struggle with getting this foot up and through, let me show you a trick here. We're back here. We're in downward dog. The teacher says lift that right leg and swing it through. And you're like, yeah, right. Drop down to the left leg. Swing it through. Drop it in between the hands. And then come back onto the toe. You meet us all here. Takes the same amount of time. Don't ever be afraid to modify, you guys. This is your practice. You are where you're supposed to be right now today. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Nice. Now, I want you to stay on that left, the ball of that left foot. Bring the hands back to the hips. Come back up. We've been here. Now, inhale. Reach those arms up. Crescent lunge. Now, listen to my instructions. We're going to drop the knife's edge of the foot towards the back left corner of the mat. So we've just rotated this foot into a nice little 45. The left foot, the back foot, now is facing, the toes are facing the left front corner of your room. Okay? Right toes are still facing forward. We just moved ourselves from crescent lunge into warrior 1. Nice. Maybe look up at the sky. Hold an imaginary beach ball. Shoulders come back and down. Smile. Spread those fingers wide. Gather up that energy. Good. Nice work. Good. Slowly exhale. Open up. Warrior 2. So bring the knife's edge of that left foot parallel with the back of your mat. Nice. Micro bend in the left knee, you guys. Open up through that right hip. Shoulders come back and down, and we reach those arms out like airplane wings. Good. Look out over the right fingertips. Press into the knife's edge of that left foot. Sink it down a little farther. Good. Don't let the right knee pass the right ankle. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Nice. Beautiful work. Drop the right arm to the right thigh. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Extended side angle here. Still pressing in through the knife's edge of the left foot. Reaching the left arm up to the sky. Feeling that energy pulling down from the left fingertips into the body. Smile if you're not already. Good. Maybe you want to take it a little farther. Reach the left arm over the left ear. Extend it out to the top of your mat. Reach that left shoulder back if you're reaching forward. Good. Maybe you want to take it even further and you extend the right arm out. Activate that core. if you'd like. Good. Rotate, windmill down. Kick it back. Move through your vinyasa flow, chaturanga, into upward facing dog, and then back down into downward facing dog. Good. You can always just go straight into that down dog like I did. Good. Activate the muscles, activate the arms. We have another side here, guys. Breathing deep. In and out through that nose. Come back to your breath. Maybe shake the head no. Nod it yes. Good. Nice work. On your next inhale, that left leg lifts. Draw it in tight to the chest or drop down to the right knee and swing it through. Everybody comes through. Long lunge. Nice. Square up through the hips. We've been here before. Hands to the hips and come on up. Nice. Shoulders back and down. Lift the head towards the sky. Maybe bend that right knee to square up through your hips and then extend that right knee out long. Nice work. Inhale. Reach those arms up. Crescent lunge. Smile. Say to yourself, I am a strong warrior. Drop that right heel down, creating a nice 45. Those right toes extend out towards the right corner of the room. Reaching through the knife's edge of that right foot. Breathe. Left toes face forward. Squeeze that imaginary block together. We're still reaching above our head. Maybe you look up at that beach ball. Shoulders back and down and away. Think about drawing those thumbs back. Nice little back bend going on here. Sink it down a little farther. Nice. Open up. Warrior two. Good. Bend through the left knee. Now the right foot has the knife's edge parallel with that back edge of the mat. Shoulders are back and down. Tuck through that tailbone. Squeeze and lift. And look out over the left fingertips. Nice work, you guys. Dropping it down into that extended side angle. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Sink it down a little farther into that left leg. Nice, you guys. Look up at that right thumb. Now look to the front. Look out in front of your body. Not to the top of your mat, but out in front. Good. Maybe you want a little bit more and you extend that right arm over the right ear. Nice smile. Good job, you guys. Maybe you want a little bit more. You reach that left arm out. Shh, to activate that core. Windmill it down, frame the foot, rotate on that back foot, step it back. Move through that vinyasa or meet me in downward dog. Good, everybody bring those big toes to touch. Knees go wide, you know where we're going. Utthita Balasana, extended child's pose. Everybody stack head over heart and heart over pelvis first, then walk it out. You guys are doing great. Really wishing I'd turned that air conditioner on. Hopefully you had that forehead into the mat. Maybe you're rocking it side to side. Maybe you're choosing to do your shark fin here. Nice work. Good job, you guys. We're about halfway through now. You guys are killing it. We're going to move into a couple of balancing postures. And then we'll fully come down to the floor and do a little floor work while we're at it. As you can tell, I'm using a new microphone, so I'm having to fix it again. Nice. Start to walk the hands by the face and begin to push that body up if it's not already. Grab a sip of water, towel off. Breathe for just a moment. Smile. Fix your clothes. Whatever it is you need to do here. Good. Nice job. I'm really proud of you guys. I really appreciate you hanging in there with me. Nice. So start to walk yourself up if you're not already. Shift that body weight forward. Come onto the knees. Walk the hands out. Curl onto the toes. Lift the hips. Now, extend it out through plank first. Hold. Tighten up through that belly. Let's activate that core. Think about your foundation, spreading those hands wide, eyes of the elbows face forward. So when we come down, we can bend those biceps into the body. Feel the sweat. Feel the breath. Maybe you're activating that core. Good. Exhale. Shift it back. Downward dog. Nice. Walk the hands back once more to meet the feet. Get those heels and toes side by side. Slowly start to rise up. Inhale up. Come on up. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders back and down. Head lifts. Reach up. Squeeze that tailbone as you exhale. Let it go. Good. Inhale. Reach on up. Exhale. Bring those hands down to heart center. We're going to start with a little tree first. Only doing one round of this tree. So I want you to move into your fullest expression here. I'm going to come to the middle of my mat. You can come to the middle of your mat or you can stay right where you're at. Okay, guys? I just want to be able to instruct. Nice. So start by kicking the right toes out. And then slowly begin to bring those toes in. Create a little kickstand here first. Working to open up through this right hip. So this right knee is really working towards the top of the mat there. Nice. Bring it up to here, up to your calf area if you'd like. Avoid the knee at all costs. Don't ever press against that knee, okay? I don't want you to blow out anything. Then bring the sole of the foot up to the thigh maybe. Good. Wherever you're at, working to open up that pelvic floor. Open up through the hips. Hands are together at heart center. Nice. Smile. Breathe. Have fun. Don't forget your breath, okay? And don't forget to smile. This is yoga. If you fall out, get back in. If you want to grow your limbs here because you're just hanging out, grow your limbs. Maybe you want to take it a step farther and you grab for that big toe. Kick it out. Hasta Pada Angustasana. Wherever you're at, be gentle. Be kind. Don't judge yourself. No one here is judging you. You're in your space. The worst critic of our lives are ourselves. So stop being that critic. Love yourself. Good. Wherever you're at, slowly, try not to slingshot. Try and come back out the way you went in. Nice. Squeeze the tailbone and tuck and lift. Beautiful. Let's move on to that left side. Kick the left toes out. Slowly trace that line in. Opening up this hip first. Really feel this hip open up. Okay? Good. Opening up. Maybe you want to draw it to the calf. Good. Lift up from that pelvic floor. Make sure that you have a micro bend in that right knee because this is going to help you lift up from the pelvic floor. If you lock it out, that's as far as you can go and you're going to wobble. Okay? We don't want to get the wobble. Maybe you want to bring it all the way up. Give it the assist if you need. Grab a hold of that ankle. Bring it up to that thigh. Opening up. Good. Hands at heart center here. Try not to grip through the toes. Find your balance first. And then maybe you grow those branches. Maybe you want to sway in the wind. Maybe you want to try for that toe grab. Use the peace sign fingers and that thumb. Grab a hold of that big toe. Hold on, let me show you. Grab a hold of the big toe. Wrap it around there. Good. Keep your right hand at prayer. And then kick that left foot out. Good. Try not to slingshot when you come out. Slow and gentle. If you fall out, get back in, you guys. Just makes you a yogi. Nice. Gently begin to release wherever you are. Hopefully, if you fell out, you got back in. Hopefully, you laughed and giggled a little bit if you needed to. Now, if you came to the center of your mat, I want you to step back towards the back of your mat once more. Bring those heels and toes to touch. Draw the shoulders back and down. Hands are at heart center for just a moment. Tuck that tailbone. Squeeze and lift. Imagine that current of energy we talk about flowing up the front of the body and then rolling down the backside. So it lifts everything up here and grounds everything down on the backside. Good. Smile. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Step forward with the right foot first. Start with the heels so you can really ground in through the mat. Shift that body weight. Come onto the right leg. Maybe you tap those left toes. Nice. I hope you're still smiling. Keep those hands together at heart center. Now inhale. Open them up. Bring them into prayer above the head. And now I want you to trace a line down the inside of your right hand with the left fingertips, down the inside of the right arm. Act like you're opening up a bow. Reach out and grab a hold of that left foot. You're grabbing for the inside arch of that left foot, maybe grabbing for the inside of that ankle. Drawing that left knee to meet the right, and then square those hips up towards the front of the mat. Good. Reaching up with the right hand, shoulders come back and down. Really opening up through that left shoulder here. Maybe you want to play and you drop the right arm in line with the shoulder. Keep the torso lifted and then begin kicking into that left hand with the left foot. Now allow the kick to be what guides you forward, you guys. Don't start to lean forward or you're going to fall out. Okay? You want to really grip in through that right foot. Make sure that the hips are square towards the front of the room. And then drop that right arm in line. Create a nice long line from fingertip to shoulder. Then kick. Allow that kick to hinge you forward ever so slightly. Still trying to lift up from that pelvic floor. Maybe you stay right here. One more breath. And then release. Heels and toes come to touch at the back of the mat once more. Now, the reason we return to the back of our mat is so that we can still find that drishti gaze, that unwavering point out in front that kept us from falling out last time, okay? Heels and toes touching. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, let it go. Slight back bend, and then inhale, reach up. Exhale, keep the hands together in prayer. Shoulders come back and down. Draw the thumbs back and then step it out into the middle of your mat with that left foot. Start grounding in through the left heel, coming onto the toes. Bring the full weight onto that left foot. Maybe you tap the right. Nice. Trace that line. Open up that bow. Good. Reach it back. Really opening up this shoulder when you reach back. That way when you kick up, the foot's just right there. The hand's just right there. Now, don't let this leg be all out here. Draw it in, squeeze the legs, zip the legs up together. Find that unwavering point out in front. Shoulders back and down. Really opening up through this shoulder, you guys, by grabbing a hold of that foot. Now, you can stay right here, or maybe you drop the left arm in line with your left shoulder. Keep looking out in front, keep finding that drishti gaze, and then begin to kick into the right hand with the right foot. Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, standing bow pulling pose, you guys. Breathing. If you fall out, get back in. If you need to take a break, do so, but then come back. Give it one more go, wherever you are. Maybe that standing leg is screaming at you. Maybe you can't even kick up. That's okay. Honor where you are today. Nice. Good work, you guys. Slowly begin to come out. Try not to slingshot. Heels and toes touch. Hands together at heart center. Draw that chest up. Draw those shoulders back and down. Close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat below your thumbs. Breathe. Filling that belly up with air on the inhale, letting it all out on the exhale. Good. Feel your breath. Try not to fidget. Allow the sweat to roll down your body. Allow your heart to start to slow down a little bit. Lengthen your breath. Maybe even pausing that breath at the top. Now, if you find you're really, really panting for air here, maybe try a short breath. 2 breaths in, 2 breaths out. Good. Slow that breath. Come back to that intention that you said at the beginning of class, that I am, I have, I do statement. If you don't remember it, that's okay. It just means that the universe is working on it already for you. You get to pick something new. Come back to that intention. Nice work. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Come up halfway, lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, last back bend, let it go. Good. Inhale, bring the hands back to center. and bow your head, giving thanks for the standing practice today. And now make your way down into Shavasana. Let it go. Coming down onto your back, releasing everything down into the mat. Doesn't matter which way you have your head. I just want you to come down onto that back. Draw the heels together and then let the toes fall out. Bring the legs together, really zip them up. Shoulders come back and down. And we really try and tuck that chin into the chest. Lengthen that spine on the mat. Now, I'm not there, but they say that one day, every time you're working on tucking that chin into the chest, you're working on lengthening the spine so it eventually touches the mat. I have seen people who can do this, so it is true. You may not be there yet, but with practice, guys, with practice, anything can occur for us. Good. I hope your eyes are closed. If they're not, go ahead and close them and just let everything start to go. Good. Feel the mat coming up to support you. I always like the phrase, your mat has your back. Because no matter what mood you're in, when you come onto this space, this very private, personal space that you create on your mat, and you honor your practice, your flow, even if it's just laying here, listening, going through the motions in your head, you're honoring that vibration, that yogic vibration. You're honoring yourself and that self-care. Good, you guys. Keep that breath. Maybe it's finally started to slow down a little for you. Good. Start to walk the heels towards the booty. Then draw the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out. Open that book. Supta Badrasana, bound angle pose. Let it go. Now, with this pose, you're really trying to release those inner thighs. We worked those inner thighs today, so you might be feeling those hip flexors a little bit or more open than they usually are. That's great. If not, if you're really struggling with this, if it's just too much and you can't handle it, start to walk the toes down towards the end of the mat a little bit, creating a little bit more of a diamond shape with your legs than that full-on triangle by pressing the soles of the feet together. So you just widen that gap that you're making with your legs there to make it a little bit less intense. The farther you bring those heels up towards that groin area, the tighter it's going to be, and the more intense it can get. And you're working to get those thighs to eventually touch the mat beside you. Now with this pose, your arms can be down beside you. Maybe you want to bring the fingers to rest on top of the thighs, using gravity to help peel those legs down a little farther. Good, nice work, you guys. Inhale deeply and exhale. Let everything fall apart a little bit more. I should say fall open a little bit more, not apart. We don't want to fall apart. You're strong. You can hold it together, you guys. I know that I've had a few breaking points during this pandemic. It's been strange, and we all can lose our stuff every once in a while. So honor that. It's okay. We're just breaking through that shell, moving into our next best selves. Good. Inhale deeply one last time, and on the exhale, bring the fingertips to the outside edge of the thighs. Now use your inhale to close that book. Close those knees like you're closing that book. Bring them together. Now, soles of the feet, we're going to heel toe them out towards the edge of the mat. Bring them all the way past the edge of your mat out onto your floor, and then draw the knees together. Start to feel the hips, the outer hips begin to stretch here, moving that fascia and the outer portion of our buttocks inside those hips. If you don't feel anything here, maybe walk the feet out a little bit farther. Maybe you're just a little bit more flexible. I've seen people walk their feet all the way out and then drop their knees down to the mat to touch. I know, super flexible people. Yoga goals, you guys. Keep honoring yourself and moving towards those goals, whatever they are. Maybe you see a funky position on a YouTube channel or something. You're like, I got to get there. Work towards it. No one says you can't go there. Nice. On your next inhale, open the knees up wide. Exhale, drop the knees down to touch. Try and keep your feet where they are when you do this. Inhale, open up. Exhale, drop the knees together. Keep smiling, you guys. Maybe you have your eyes closed. Maybe you're looking up to the ceiling. Open up on the inhale. Exhale, drop them down to touch. Good. Now bring the knees up into a neutral position. So basically, knees up towards the sky. Keep the feet where they are. And now reach the arms out like airplane wings or like a T beside you. Make sure that the shoulders aren't going above the ears here. Good. Now drop both legs down to the right side of your mat. Release them both down and breathe. Starting to feel this left hip open up, a nice little side belly twist starting to occur here. And working to get that left shoulder down into the mat. Now, maybe this is already enough for you guys. Maybe this is like, okay, I'm peaked here. My legs aren't even touching. I can't. Yeah. First of all, don't tell yourself you can't. You can do anything. Use that breath to ease yourself a little deeper. Now, if you're all the way down here and you're like, okay, Rachel, I'm like not feeling anything here. What can you do for me? I want you to take the knife's edge of your right foot and place it on the outer edge of your left thigh, not your knee, your left thigh. If you go to place that foot and all it'll go to is the knee, you need to drop that foot back down. It's gone a little too far for you today, okay? But bring the knife's edge towards that left outer thigh and use that foot to push down. Good. Now, if that left shoulder is grounded, you can always look out over the left fingertips too here. Feel a nice stretch down the right side of our necks. Now, if you start to feel a pinching sensation in that left knee, you need to release the right foot, okay, guys? Or bring that left knee up a little bit because that left knee's gone a little too far for your body today. Honor that. Know your limit. Don't push it to the point of hurting yourself, but challenge yourself. If that foot is on top of that left thigh, drop that right foot back down to the floor beside your mat. Inhale, draw the eye gaze back up to the ceiling if it was over to the left. Good. Rock both knees back up towards the ceiling and then windshield wiper those legs side to side. Releasing everything here. Release that tension in the lower spine, keeping those feet wide. Good. Stop in the center. Reposition those feet and drop the knees back in to touch. External rotation. Open up. Internal. Exhale. Knees touch. Inhale. Open up. Good. Exhale. Knees touch. And then knees come back up to neutral. Reposition those feet. Make sure that they're out off of your mat onto the floor. Windshield wiper side to side for just a moment. And then drop both knees down over towards the left side of your mat this time. Let it go. Now in this posture, you may want to glance up and look at the hip, that top hip, and make sure that you have a nice straight line from the right hip to the right knee and that you're flexing that right foot. Opening up everything here. Once you start to flex that foot, you really feel this right hip open. Arms are out like a T. Maybe you're looking out over those right fingertips. Maybe you need that little extra. You draw the knife's edge of that left foot. Place it on the outer edge of the right thigh. Not the knee, guys. Avoid that knee. Don't place it on the knee, please. I don't want you to blow out your knees. Good. If you feel any pinching sensation in that right inner knee, you need to release the left foot. You've gone a little too far for your body today. Honor that space. Good. Looking out over those right fingertips for just a moment. Keep breathing here. Smile, you guys. We're almost done. You've done so good here today. As your time to just release and let go. Good. Exhale, release the left foot back down to the mat. And inhale, look up to the sky. Bring both knees up to the sky. Windshield wiper those legs back and forth. And then slowly heel toe the feet back in. Keep windshield wipering those legs as you baby walk, heel toe those feet down to the end of your mat. Releasing everything into a Shavasana. Let it go. Zip up everything. Shoulders come back and down. Tuck that chin into the chest. Nice. Bring the palms into the mat. Walk the feet back up towards the booty. Now, kick up off the feet. Make sure that you're pressing down through that lower spine. Draw the knees to the sides and reach up in between the legs, grabbing a hold of the knife's edge of the feet here. Draw those feet down. Draw those feet up. Soles of the feet start lifting towards the ceiling. Ananda Balasana, happy baby. Good, you guys. Use the grip on the knife's edge of those feet to really pull down here. Now, if you just absolutely can't reach the knife's edge of that foot, maybe try grabbing for the arch of the foot instead. But what I really need you to consider if you're grabbing the arch instead is that you're working to open up through the hip and peeling that leg, that knee back down towards the mat. Now make sure that you're keeping the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Make them parallel like you're standing against that ceiling. And then start to draw the knees down beside you towards the mat, towards the floor. Shoulders are staying grounded into the mat here. Don't let those shoulders lift. You might even need to grab that belt or a strap here. That's okay. Good. Maybe you want to rock it side to side here, releasing any tension you might have in that lower spine. Good. One last little pull down on the knife's edge, and then draw the soles of the feet together. Keep that grip on the knife's edge of the feet, and then use the elbows to press out on those inner thighs. Little butterfly here from the floor. Nice work, you guys. Bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a great big hug. Give your knees a kiss. Tell them thank you. Release your spine, your head into the mat. Tuck the chin back into the chest. Release the palms into the mat. Kick those toes up to the sky. Really reach those toes. Gather up all that energy. Let it flow down into your hips and into your belly. And then slowly, like you're moving through molasses, zip up through those legs. Release those legs. Slow, 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 slow. Move as slow as you possibly can. Maybe if you really want to turn on that core, right before you reach the floor, you hover and hold and hold and hold. Squeeze, point the toes, point them harder, release, let it go, breathe. Good, Shavasana, you guys. Tuck the shoulders back and down. Release the legs. Let everything hang heavy here. Good, close your eyes. Come back to that breath. Inhaling deeply, filling that belly up with air. Exhaling fully, letting everything out through those nostrils. Maybe you take this moment to go back to that intention. Maybe you take this moment to imagine a light, whatever color you choose, enrobing you, lighting you up, filling your body with that light, with that beautiful energy. Just taking this moment to pause and be still. I encourage you to resist that urge to fidget. Try not to move. Just let it go. You don't need to fix your clothes. You don't need to wipe the sweat. Let everything go. Even that itch, explore that itch. Why are you itching right there, right now? Because I'm telling you not to fidget. Let it go. Breathe past it. Filling that belly with air, releasing everything, melting your body. Let it become one with the floor beneath you. Taking as much time as you can when this video stops to pause and reflect. Maybe you find a guided meditation to follow up this practice. Whatever you do, take a few moments of stillness. Maybe finding something that you're grateful for, reflecting on that. Now, without moving, bring your focus to your heart center. Say to yourself here, I feel my truth in my heart. Big, full belly, deep breaths. And draw your attention up to your throat, up to your lips. Big, deep breath as you say to yourself here, I speak my truth. Good. Inhale deeply. Good. Exhale. Move that intention, that attention, I should say, all the way up to the third eye. Imagine that light just dancing off your forehead. And say to yourself here, I intuit the truth in my thoughts. Good. Taking this time for you, taking as much time as you need when the video stops. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been such an honor and a privilege to be able to guide you guys once more. I can't wait to get back to the hot room, but until now, we have each other here in our homes. So stay here, relax, love your space, love your body. And I'll see you next time here from my home to yours with all of my heart and all of my love. Namaste.